In Jesus' name. Single? Yup, I'm single. Why? Well, once you figure it out, I wish you would come tell me, because that's the same question that I had for a long, long time. But now that I understand, you sit back, relax while I spit my rhyme, because I won't wear a mask or pretend that this task is one that everyone can understand. For some reason, Christ has chosen me, given me the deed to birth his seed, one of true intimacy. Nah, not the kind that comes on a first date. Butterflies in my stomach, got my mind so twisted I can't tell if I'm going or coming back. Back to the realization that this manifestation of true relations was one that he fought hard to let me know. That it's only through him could I ever grow. But I ain't want to hear all that. So check my story. For many nights I lay prostrate before the Lord, soaking the carpet with my crying, feeling like my soul was dying as my spirit cried out, God, you told me that if I delighted myself in you, that you would give me the desires of my heart. So why is my heart so heavy and weary and torn apart from carrying a load that is just too much for me to hold? But on one particular night, when I didn't think that I could take it any longer, Christ himself came down and gave me his shoulder. And he said, beloved, chill out, bro. I got you. Know that which I have said I will do. And if I have ordained it, you can sustain and maintain it. I haven't forgotten thee. I just need more time to work on this week. You see, he had to take me back and remind me that in the word of Jeremiah, he said that this fire that he ordained inside of me was formed before I was born and normed to the lies that society feeds me. Oh, but don't get it twisted, because I sit at the table and I eat from it freely, from the misconception that I am waiting to be found by the other half of me. Now, when I say it like that, it don't actually sound that bad. I am waiting to be found by the other half of me. But let me take this identity crisis and break it down into bite-sized slices, because I would hate to skirt around the issue and miss you. I, me, he, she, we are nothing famous, just sit here to proclaim a God that is utterly blameless. And he is, I am that I am. And he is and was and is to be the only he that could ever complete me. Wow. And I am complete in he. So there's no way that a man, a mere man, can be anything more than an earthly reflection of the one that died for me. You see, he is my first husband, the true bridegroom, the one whose tomb was empty on the third day, who's seated high up in heaven, but still close enough to say, beautiful daughter, you are my namesake. And any man that wants to come to you must ask of you from me, because I've taken your heart out and I've hidden it in me. And I hold the key. Because a man not out for the chase, but prepared to pursue, to subdue the worldly views that say, why you wasting your time with her? She one of those church girls. You ain't gonna get none. Let's go and get up on that easier boo. Oh no, I'll wait for the Abraham to my Sarah, the Isaac to my Rebecca, the Solomon to my Shulamite. Hold up. The Christ to my church? Yeah, that's the real word. I have no problem waiting on my Adam to come back and claim his rib. You dig? And you know how brothers are with their ribs. So I can wait to be found. Now, sisters, to be found would actually imply that we need to hide. And brothers, what better place to seek your wife than sitting at the master's feet, soaking in a presence that is so deep, so sweet, that everything else becomes obsolete as I become complete. But what I've learned is that many women often abuse, confuse, and sometimes even misuse the term to be found. What we're really doing is prancing around, laying ground, making sure that you have Ram McNally, Google Maps, Google Earth, Yahoo Directions, and hold on, bro, let me put this in your phone, navigation of where to find our sign that says, pick me. I'm ready to be found. So as a result, many men have now grown weak because there's no need to seek. In fact, many of y'all tuck tail and run and hide because us women are no longer along for the ride. Somewhere where we've lost our place, and it's as if to say, scoot over, brother, let me drive. And I can understand where you can get confused, because from our slow, seductive stares to the clothes that we wear, all the while seemingly unaware that our clientele is looking for Eve, but what we're giving off is a little bit more like Jezebel. But now it's become so hard to tell, because the line between what you wear to church and what you wear to the club has become blurred somewhere. Let me get off of that before I get mad, before somebody else gets mad. I am so I can wait to be found by the other half of me. The other half of me. So what you mean is the me that you see is not the real me, but it's the other half of the me that he will complete me to be when I am presented to he? Get your life. That don't even sound right. I've learned that only in math do two halves ever make a whole. Pardon me if I be so bold, but the only one that can complete you is the one that died to save your soul. So grab hold of him and never let go. We need to realize that, as Mary J. said it, real love has never been found by simply gazing in his eyes, nor has it ever been lost between your thighs. Oh, I'm sorry, we don't talk about that. We'd rather ignore the fact that holiness is no longer a requirement. It's now for hire, and we only choose it when it fulfills our own earthly desire. We need to understand that when man and woman join, God sees a union. But what are we doing? Constantly confusing ourselves and lying our bodies down with dogs, acting surprised when we get up with fleas? Girl, please. You knew who he was before you gave it up with such ease. Sex was always meant to cleave. So, back to my original misconception that I am waiting to be found by the other half of me. When you break it down like that, it's actually kind of silly. Because whatever's missing in your life can only be found through a real relationship with Christ. So, singles, my charge to you, you choose to take part. When you're lonely, and I said when, not if, because you're going to get lonely. Brothers, take hold. Sisters, rest in the fact that the God we serve is not slack, nor can he go back on that which he has promised. His words are still true. If you're single and you're living for God, maybe it's just because the creator of the universe wants more time alone with you. Thank you.